The heat was over 130 degrees. My lips were bleeding. Water, gone. I was 70 miles from civilization, alone in the Mojave Desert, and I had 5 days to survive or die. It began as a solo journey, not for thrill, but to escape. I had just quit my job in San Francisco, burned out, tired, and heartbroken. I wanted silence. So I rented a 4x4 Jeep, packed a few essentials, and drove into the Mojave Desert. It was early June, the hottest time of the year. I brought water, food bars, a small tent, power bank, flashlight, basic tools, and my phone with offline maps. I didn't tell anyone exactly where I was going. That was my first mistake. The first day felt incredible. The desert stretched for miles in every direction, golden and untouched. I recorded videos, took photos, and camped near a dry riverbed. That night, I slept under the stars, the sky clearer than I had ever seen. By the second morning, I decided to go deeper, a trail called Devil's Spine, barely marked on maps. But halfway down, my Jeep jerked, sputtered, and stopped. I checked the tank. I had enough fuel. Then I saw it, a leak. The gas had drained while I drove. The tank was nearly empty. The engine wouldn't start. I laughed at first, thinking, "It's fine, I'll just call someone." No signal. I climbed a hill nearby. Still nothing. Panic was small, distant, not real yet. I decided to walk back to the last known trail fork, about 10 miles from where I had camped last night. The sun was brutal. Every step on the sand felt like stepping on fire. I covered my face with a cloth, drank half a bottle of water, and walked. By the time the sun began to drop, I hadn't even walked half the distance. I returned to the Jeep for the night. That was my second mistake, wasting energy without knowing direction. That night was freezing. I wrapped myself in the thin blanket from the back seat. Coyotes howled in the distance. The silence was terrifying, not peaceful, but deafening. I could hear my own heartbeat. I dreamed of rain. I dreamed of waterfalls and ice. I woke up sweating despite the cold. Day 2. My lips were cracked. I had a headache from dehydration. Only 1.5 bottles of water left. I ate a protein bar slowly. Chewing took effort. I decided to walk again, this time east, toward what looked like rocky hills on the horizon. I thought I might find shade or shelter there. I walked for hours. The sun showed no mercy. Around noon, I saw something in the distance. A small shack? Or was it a rock? I ran toward it. It vanished. A mirage. That's when fear truly hit me. As I rested under a rock ledge, I felt something move beside me. A rattlesnake, curled up, eyes locked. I froze. My heart felt like it stopped. I slowly backed away, trying not to breathe loudly. The snake hissed, then slithered off. I collapsed against the rock, exhausted. I realized this desert wasn't just about heat. It had fangs, it had teeth. That night, I didn't sleep. Every shadow looked like an animal, every sound, death approaching. On the third day, a wind picked up. At first, it was a relief, cool air. Then, it turned violent, a sandstorm. I covered my face with my shirt, lay flat behind the Jeep, and held on. Sand stung my skin like needles. It got in my eyes, ears, mouth. I coughed, spit blood, and cried. The storm lasted for over an hour. When it passed, I felt half buried. My water was gone. I hadn't eaten all day. I wrote my name in the sand, just in case they found my body. Day 4 was strange. I stopped feeling the heat. My mind was drifting. I saw a woman. She looked like my mother. She was calling me home. I followed her voice, but found myself circling back to the Jeep, again and again. I talked to myself. I talked to rocks. I sang songs I didn't know. At one point, I laughed so hard I cried. Then I fell. I didn't get up for hours. I remembered I had a flare gun in the emergency kit. On the evening of day 4, I climbed the hill again and fired it. A red streak lit the sky. I waited, watched, nothing. No chopper, no echo, just silence. I wanted to give up. I wrote a note on my phone, a goodbye message, just in case someone found the phone later. On day 5 at sunrise, I heard something strange, a distant hum. It grew louder, not wind, not animal, something mechanical, a helicopter. I stood, waving both hands, screaming. I was shirtless, sunburned, barely able to move. The chopper circled once, then again, then hovered. A rescue officer descended by rope, shouting my name. They had received a weak GPS ping from my flare's backup beacon, the one I didn't even know was active. They lifted me into the chopper. I collapsed. They gave me water. I wept. I spent a week in the hospital. Severe dehydration, burns, and muscle damage. I survived by chance. No heroism, just luck. But I came back different. Now I carry a deeper respect for silence, for nature, and for life itself. The desert stripped me of everything, ego, plans, and pride. And when I had nothing left, it gave me one thing: survival. Out there, no one hears you scream, no one comes for you, unless you fight, survive, and wait for the sky to listen. If this story moved you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is True Edge Story USA, where survival meets truth. See you in the next story.